Hello, aviators. Today, we will see one of the commonly used aeronautical information products, NOTAM. As you might be knowing, NOTAM is the abbreviation for Notice to Airmen. A NOTAM is originated and issued whenever the information to be distributed is of a temporary nature and of short duration, or when operationally significant permanent changes, or temporary changes of long duration, are made at short notice, except for extensive text and/or graphics. The aeronautical information of short duration containing extensive text and/or graphics is published as an AIP supplement. A NOTAM shall be originated and issued under these 27 circumstances.
1. Establishment, closure or significant changes in operation of aerodromes or heliports or runways. 2. Establishment, withdrawal or significant changes in operation of aeronautical services, aerodromes, ATS, AAS, communication, navigation, surveillance, meteorology, search and rescue, etc. 3. Establishment, withdrawal or significant changes in operational capability of radio navigation and air-ground communication services. This includes interruption or return to operation, change of frequencies, change in notified hours of service, changes of identification, change of orientation of direction lights, change of location, power increase or decrease amounting to 50% or more, change in broadcast schedules or contents, or irregularity or unreliability of operation of any radio navigation and air-ground communication services, or limitations of relay stations, including operational impact affecting service frequency and area.
4. Unavailability of backup and secondary systems having direct operational impact. 5. Establishment, withdrawal of significant changes in visual aids. 6. Interruption of or return to operation of major components of aerodrome lighting systems. 7. Establishment, withdrawal or significant changes to procedures for air navigation services. 8. Occurrence or correction of major defects or impediments in the maneuvering area. 9. Changes to and limitations on availability of fuel and oxygen. 10. Major changes to search and rescue facilities and services available. 11. Establishment, withdrawal or return to operation of hazard beacons marking obstacles to air navigation. 12. Changes in regulations requiring immediate action. Example, prohibited areas for search and rescue action. 13. Presence of hazards which affect air navigation, including obstacles, military exercises, displays, fireworks, sky lanterns, rocket debris, races, and major parachuting events outside promulgated sites. 14. Conflict zones which affect air navigation. 15. Planned laser emissions, laser displays, and searchlights if pilots' night vision is likely to be impaired. 16. Erecting or removal of changes to obstacles to air navigation in takeoff, climb, missed approach areas, and runway strip. 17. Establishment or discontinuance, including activation or deactivation as applicable, or changes in status of prohibited, restricted, or danger areas. 18. Establishment or discontinue of areas in routes or portions thereof where its possibility of interception exists, where maintenance of guard on the VHF frequency 121.5 is required. 19. Allocation, cancellation, or change of location indicators. 20. Changes in aerodrome, heliport, rescue, and firefighting category provided. See Annex 14, Volume 1, Chapter 3 and Attachment A, Section 17 for details. 21. Presence or removal of significant changes in hazardous conditions due to snow, slush, ice, radioactive material, toxic chemicals, volcanic ash disposition, or water on the movement area. 22. Outbreak of epidemics necessitating changes in notified requirements for inoculations and quarantine measures. 23. Observations or forecasts of space weather phenomena, the date and time of their occurrence, the flight levels were provided and portions of the airspace which may be affected by the phenomena. 24. An operationally significant change in volcanic activity, the location, date and time of volcanic eruptions, and or horizontal and vertical extent of volcanic ash cloud, including direction of movement, flight levels, and routes or portions of routes which could be affected. 25. Release into the atmosphere of radioactive materials or toxic chemicals following a nuclear or chemical incident, the location, date and time of the incident, the flight levels and routes or portions thereof which would be affected, and the direction of movement. 26. Establishment of operations of humanitarian relief missions such as those undertaken under the auspices of United Nations, together with procedures and or limitations which affect air navigation. And finally, 27. Implementation of short-term contingency measures in case of disruption or partial disruption of ATS-related supporting services. These information should not be notified by NOTAM. Number 1. Routine maintenance work on apron and taxiways which does not affect the safe movement of aircraft. Number 2. Runway marking work when aircraft operations can safely be conducted on other available runways, or the equipment used can be removed when necessary. Number 3. Temporary obstructions in the vicinity of aerodrome heliports that do not affect the safe operation of aircraft. Number 4. Partial failure of aerodromes heliport lighting facilities where such failure does not directly affect aircraft operations. Number 5. Partial temporary failure of air-ground communications when suitable alternative frequencies are known to be available and are operative. Number 6. The lack of apron marshalling services and road traffic control. Number 7. The unserviceability of location, destination or other instruction signs on the aerodrome movement area. Number 8. Parachuting when in uncontrolled airspace under VFR, when controlled or promulgated sites or within danger or prohibited area. Number 9. Training activities by ground units. Number 10. Unavailability of backup and secondary systems if they do not have an operational impact. Number 11. Limitations to airport facilities or general services with no operational impact. Number 12. National regulations not affecting general aviation. Number 13. Announcement or warnings about possible potential limitations without any operational impact. Number 14. General reminders on already published information. Number 15. Availability of equipment by ground units without containing information on the operational impact for airspace and facility users. Number 16. Information about laser emissions without any operational impact and fireworks below minimum flying heights. Number 17. Closure of movement area, parts in connection with planned work locally coordinated of duration less than 1 hour. Number 18. Closure or unavailability of or changes in operations of aerodromes or heliports, operations hours, and finally other non-operational information of similar temporary nature. Now let's see 3 different types of NOTAM. The types of NOTAM are identified by suffix letters N for new NOTAM, R for replacement NOTAM, and C for cancellation NOTAM. There are 5 series in NOTAM specified by ICAO. They are A, B, C, D and G. A series is for international distribution, B series is for international distribution only to adjacent FAR within short period of 2 hours. C series is for domestic distribution and D series only for defense stations under their respective NOF. G series NOTAM to provide information of a general and lasting character that affects aircraft operations. Some countries such as UK, USA even have other series of NOTAM such as J, etc. Now let's see the components of a NOTAM. NOTAM comprises of 8 elements. Number 1. The series of the NOTAM and action, whether it's a new NOTAM, replacement or cancellation in the first line. Number 2. The qualifier line in the second line. Third, the location on the third line. Fourth is the from field. Fifth is 2 and 6th is the text of NOTAM. 7th consists of lower limit and finally 8th the upper limit. This gives an overview of NOTAM. Don't forget to comment, like and subscribe. See you in next video.